Weekly review. Today is Sunday. The 4th of January. Time is 10:15. The markets are actually open, to be fair, yeah. But we're going to do our weekly review and our plan now because I've been busy making videos and I haven't had a chance to do it. So we're going to do it now anyways. Quick run over last week. Yeah, man, last week was a fucking shambles. Yeah, like I said, right, so the Friday before Boxing Day, I went to get my tooth out, yeah. My tooth ended up getting removed, then infected, and then my jaw was all infected, which carried on up to my ear. So I've been bedbound for a week on like 3 different antibiotics, ear drops, antibiotic tablets, and like an antibiotic gel, man. It's been absolutely horrendous. It's no excuse really, but yeah. So we took a trade on the Friday. The market closed. We were still in our trade. The Monday come. We got stopped out at midnight on the Sunday. Wednesday we took a trade. We took a bit of profit. We took about $500 profit, and then on the Friday, we lost that. We lost pretty much all that profit we made and a bit more. But yeah, man, absolute shambles. But reflecting back on it, one, I'll never be trading again when I'm not very well, when I'm not really like aware of what's going on, when I don't know what I'm doing and that. Like looking back, I've been that ill, yeah, I can't even really remember all of it, to be honest with you. So yeah, man, it's shambles really. But everything's a silver lining. Like I've just finished my vlogs. So my day 1, 2, 3, etc. videos that I've been making of trading 100k account, they've come to an end now because obviously I did commit myself to. I wanted to post 30 days consistent content, and I've done that now. I challenged myself to do it, and I've done it. But as much as it's been good to gauge an audience, to get people interested, to get my foot in the finding followers, and I am noticing on my analytics, I'm noticing people that are watching. There's repeat watchers, there's repeat people coming back, people are searching on, I'm getting shares in the analytics to show me people are sending it to other people. So I know people are watching and they are following my story. But what I have noticed is it's not so much the workload, because it's easy for me to manage the workload. I can work under any amount of pressure, but because I'm doing daily vlogs rather than a weekly review of my trades, yeah, I've found that the trader that I am, as someone who trades off of the 2-hour and off of the 4-hour time frame, the further it's gone on, I'm more lenient and open to taking trades on 1 hour and 30-minute time frames, which is not something I do. The 1 hour and the 30-minute is for my entry. The 1 hour and the 30-minute is for managing my trade. I'm finding my fair value gaps on the 2-hour and the 4-hour, but now I've started looking at 1 hour, 30-minute, and even 15-minute when I'm breaking my rules. Just breaking all my rules, throwing them out the window, and it's not something that I want to be doing. It's not the trader that I've been in the past, and it's not the trader that I see myself being in the future. Now obviously obviously, yeah, obviously looking back at it, yeah, I've been trading for a month and I've done what? I've lost 6%, gained 6% back, floated what? I floated $500 and now I'm back in 1.4%. But as an audience looking at vlogs, yeah, people who don't understand trading, they don't understand that 6% gain. Yeah, fair enough, I lost the 6%, but 6% gain in a month is a very good month. Top traders in the world are doing 2, 3, 4%. But obviously that's max allocation, millions of pounds in funding. 2 to 3% of £1 million. You know what I'm saying? And that's the type of trader that I aspire to be. I aspire to be quite a simple trader. I don't want to. I got into trading for freedom. I got into trading not for large amounts of money. Obviously, that is an added bonus, but I got into trading for the freedom, so I can pursue Muay Thai, so I can pursue making YouTube content. That's what I actually want to do. Yes, I've always wanted to be a trader. Yes, trading is my passion, but trading is a job, if that makes sense. What I actually want to do is create content, and trading, higher time frames, 4 hour and the 2 hour time frame, and creating content go hand in hand. But when I'm looking for trades on the 30-minute, when I'm looking for trades on the 15-minute, 1 hour, it's not what I should be doing. That's breaking my trading plan. My plan states 2 hour and 4 hour. I should not be doing that. So yeah, I'm kind of glad that they've come to an end. I'm going to start to transition into more teaching you about trading, because what I've actually realised through a few keyboard warriors and through a few people I know myself, people I've had dealing with in the past, not a lot of people actually have any understanding what I'm going on about. You just watch my videos, you don't actually understand what I'm talking about. If I'm speaking trading terms, if I'm speaking FVGs, if I'm speaking BOS, if I'm speaking chalk, change of character, all these type of things, you have no idea. So I'm going to start implementing lessons. What's a candlestick? What's supply and demand? What's support and resistance? What's a trend line? What's a fair value gap? What's an order block? Blah blah blah. What's a liquidity sweep? Bringing you up to date so you actually have a good idea. And then this is the transition now into building the fan base, building the people who want to learn. And that's what I want to do, is give you that knowledge that I have. Someone can be the best trader in the world, yeah, but if they're not following the rules, they're not going to be a good trader. I have a lot of trading knowledge, and I'm also the type of person that is continually trying to learn more knowledge, because what strategy might have worked 5 years ago might not work in today's conditions in the markets. That's why I have to continually evolve, and as a person outside of trading, I want to continually evolve. That's why I read books. That's why I read self-development books, because I'm 25-year-old. I'm trying to be, by the time I'm 30, by the time I'm 35, I'm trying to, yes, I would love to be retired, but I want to be the most conscious, aware, and best possible version of myself that I can be. I want to be continually better in myself. Do you know what I mean? I've started a brand that's started, but I'm not doing much with. It's called 1% Development. 1% better every single year. 1% better every single day. 1% better all the time in all areas, not just one area, not just in your fitness, not just in your finances. 1% better. You're getting better in your finances. You're getting better in your psychology. You're getting better in your mindset as a person. You're getting better in general, just the way you speak, the way you conduct yourself, the way you hold yourself, the presence you make when you walk into a room. All areas of life you have to pursue betterness. There's no point just chasing more money, because what's that going to get you? What, you're just going to have all this money, you're just going to be a shit person, you're not going to have learned nothing. No, the journey is 100% more important than the end goal, and that's something I've learned, and that's something that I actually really interests me, is the journey. But yeah, so anyways, we're going to run down a top-down analysis on both pairs. We're going to identify our key areas. We're going to set our plan for going into next week. I know market's already open, but we're going to look at it anyways. So we'll start off with, let's unflag these. So we're not doing our top-down analysis yet. Let's get rid of this. Shit. Get rid of it on here as well. To be fair, there ain't one on there. Right, so back up. CADJPY. Let's get into this. I'm not gonna write now down. I'm just gonna run through it, yeah? And run down the top-down analysis. And we'll see what we can pull from this, see what we can pattern up. But yeah. the thumbnail. Obviously, you've got to get that pick for the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but the spread on that is horrendous. See that line there? Let me get rid of that line because I don't know what that line is. I don't know what that line is. Get rid of them. Get rid of them alerts. Don't want these. Don't want these. No, we'll keep that top on. Right, so top-down analysis. Daily time frame. Oof! Wow. We are massively respecting that. That's crazy. Yeah, that's mad. Put that there, even though it might even been in the way. But as you can see, price is having a massive reaction off that line. Massive reaction. Now, to be honest with you, yeah, see, this is the simplicity of trading. And this is why I like what Tory Trades is doing, because look, what price does, we're going to touch off the trend line, go up to high highs, then we're into accumulation, touch off the trend line, new leg, new leg. Now, after creating that there, yeah, after creating that trend line I've just drawn there, yeah, I'm actually going to get rid of that trend line now, because looking at this, yeah, as well, you got to look, man, that there is a low, but to me that looks like the more, that low and that low. Got three areas of liquidity there. You've also got a buy order block. So an order block, what an order block is, for those who don't know, is when price is moving in a direction, it creates a small pullback and then has a large candle. That last opposing candle, so for example that last bearish candle, yeah, that candle is going to be 5 times, 4 times, 3 times relative to the size of that pushing candle. So there we have an order block. Now that is very interesting, because that's there, yeah, we have, I'm not really respecting that anymore. That's not respected enough for me. We've already tapped into that. We've tapped into that. I don't know why this is taking a piss. Why is it? I don't know why it's lagging like this. It's not good. You have to bear with me, guys, because I can't magic it to load. You get what I'm saying? So let's drop down to 2 hour. Right, so on the daily, yeah, clearly bullish. Let me just drop some text here. Daily, where? Daily, but we've had multiple wick rejections from this area. Price has tried to push past it. Price has created a high. We've tried to push past it again. That's a break and retest. Now, clearly, price isn't getting past there. We're also, right, also looking at this here. Where's our EMA gone? What? Sorry guys, I don't know what's happened here, but my EMA has somehow been took off the charts. I don't know why that is. Let me just have a look on my phone. Give me a second guys, sorry about that. Yeah, what's going on there? Right, I don't know why that's doing that. We're gonna have to reset that now. Fuck's sake. Inputs. 50 EMA. Yeah. So I don't know why that's done that. Let me just check as well, yeah, because I need to make sure that, yeah. So back looking on the daily, yeah. Right. Let me just pre this one sec because nice, yeah. See, we're quite high above the EMA, to be honest with you, for my liking. So for me, I can see at some point sooner or later, price is going to want to come and retest that. But for now, well, like I say, there we go. That's us touched it there. That's us touching that for support. We've touched the 50 EMA there. For me, that's a head and shoulders pattern all over. 100%. So, the bullish 4 hour bullish with head and yeah, bullish, but we've got a head and shoulders pattern there. So for me, moving it next week, yeah, to be honest with you, see, that's the trade there. That is the trade that I would have wanted. That. Shit. But no FOMO, no FOMO, no FOMO. Gonna fucking hello. Hello. Yep. also could be seen as a wedge pattern. But 2 hour wedge formation. To be honest with you, it's actually quite clean on the 2 hour. 2 hour is quite clean, but we are underneath that 30. We are underneath that 50 EMA. Obviously, that's how price is kind of closed as well. But yeah, 1 hour. So the 1 hour starting. If we close below this low here, then for me that's turning bullish. So let me just do another box. Shit. Yeah. Now, the outcome of this is so what I'm looking for is I'll be watching the next few 4 hour candle, 4 and 2 hour candle closes. Yeah, obviously, essentially I'll be watching from tomorrow when I wake up, seeing what the crack is there. If we have gone down and broke this low, I'll be looking for sells. If I have a clean break of structure above these highs here, so I'm going to set this there. I'm going to set my alert there. So if I've got break below here, I'm in for sells. If I break above here, I'm in for buys. But what I do not want is price to push wick above there, but close below this line. If we close below there, I'm going to look for sells down. And then obviously sells, I'd only be looking to near this level to anywhere near 113, 113, 100, 113, 150. I'll only be looking for sills there, really, that's about it. How do I how do I do this? I don't know. Yeah. So that's that. That's that there. And as it looks right now, we're going down to below there. So I'm going to leave this as orange because it's undecided. It's undecided of what it is. And I'm just going to wait and let price play its thing. Like I say, I'm trying to be the trader that I'm going to be in the future. I'm not falling back into these traps. And obviously, yeah, as an audience, yeah, look, you're looking, being like, oh, you didn't trade today, you didn't trade today, you didn't trade today. Yeah, because I'm not a day trader, I'm not a scalper. So I'm not going to be sucked into making content and forcing trades. But anyways, on to Swiss franc. Now, Swiss franc for me is the cleaner pair. Let me delete these. And we'll start fresh. Yeah, I want to delete that. Right, so as you can see, yeah, Swiss franc is the cleaner pair because on the daily, right, on the daily you've got this nice, that can be moved now as well. On the daily you've got a nice, very nice trend line there. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on this trend line. So for me, and this is the thing, when I first started trading both these pairs, yeah, they were following opposites. So when I was buying on one, I was selling on the other. But somehow, slowly, they just pure correlate now. Yeah, correlate now. Oh, do you know what? That's a nice suit. I put it there, but we ain't got one there. So, anyways, daily. Clearly bullish on the daily. Watching out for respecting this zone trend line. 4 hour for me, I'd say that's your order block. And I've been in a very similar position like this before. I've had a very similar trade like this. Now, there's your 2 hour. That's unmitigated. It's not being touched, not being tapped into. 4 hour. We are undecided, so let's do the text box. Daily, we are bullish. Oh my days. For our that looks terrible. ranging, ranging, still above EMA though. 2 hour, we are ranging as well, but obviously if you had to put it as anything, yeah, and you didn't have a choice, you would have to say it was bullish though, because we are having, as you go to the small time frames, we are having high, oh actually wait there, yeah, from there look, bullish, bullish, for I'll probably say 1 hour, bullish, bullish as well, and 30-minute bullish as well, mad, bullish as well. So that shows and that's us. So 2 hour, I want, for me, and that's me done. That's it. So like I say, anywhere coming below here, I probably won't look for sells though, to be honest with you, because of, we do have, like you can see here, a 2 hour fair value gap that's untouched, and like I say, we've got the order block there, so I probably wouldn't be looking for sells on this pair, but we'll just see how price plays out. Yeah, see how price plays out on that. That's me guys, yeah, Cams FX. I'll check in with you next Friday or Saturday, review what trades I've took this next week, if I've took any trades at all, tell you where I'm at in terms of my funded account, and yeah, I'll have some lessons coming from you very soon. We're going to start off with support and resistance. That'll be the first lesson. Oh yeah, peace.